I said, on page 243, figure 7.35. Look what you've got listed here. You've got 4 fontanelle that you have to deal with. Okay. You've got the first one that says anterior fontanelle. Now, look what I did here. I gave you a big hint. In parentheses, I put frontal. So you should be looking, because it says anterior, you should be looking somewhere, okay, towards the front. And if we take a look on this skull, now, of course, you see the sagittal suture actually goes all the way through the frontal bone, and you didn't see that in the adult. But where it says anterior frontal fontanelle, well, this is a kind of a big giveaway here because it's right where the washer is. Right here is the anterior or frontal fontanelle. Okay. It is basically the center of the 2 frontal bones and the 2 parietal bones. There is the anterior fontanelle. And then what will happen is there is a coronal suture. There is a coronal suture. So there's the first one, but look for the hints in the parentheses to help you. Okay? That's why I put them in there. You look at the next one, it says posterior or occipital fontanelle. Okay, posterior. Well, we had anterior here. Okay, we had anterior right here. Posterior's got to be in the back. And sure enough, we look into the back. This right here is going to be the posterior, or what I put in parentheses, occipital. Occipital is the bone in the back of the head. If you put your finger on your back of the head and you move it around till you feel this point on the back of your head, okay, when we get the occipital bone, we're going to describe what that point is, but you've got your finger right on the occipital bone, and it's the back part of the head. So therefore, the posterior or occipital fontanelle is going to be right next to your occipital bone. Okay, look at C and D. I have 2 anterior-lateral fontanelles. Or I put in parentheses a bone that we will look at. It's called the sphenoid bone. And I put that in there to try to help you get the location. All right, but look at the word. It says anterior, so I know it's got to be towards the front. And lateral, well, I know it's going to be on the side. Okay? Just let the word tell you where you're going. And if you look, you're going to have the anterior-lateral fontanelle right at the tip of my finger there. Okay? Right at the tip of my finger. What you'll see is this, when we do the skull, this bone right in here, right at the tip of the pen. Okay? That bone is the sphenoid bone. That's why I had that in there to help you. The last one we have is posterior lateral. And here I put in a hint, mastoid. Okay, if you put your finger behind your ear, okay, and you come down to just the lower part of your ear, and you can feel this hard bump right there behind your ear. You have your finger on the mastoid portion, okay, of the skull. There's the mastoid, okay. So that area then is going to be right here, posterior lateral. Well, gee, if I had anterior lateral, I have to have posterior lateral. Just remember, I put 2 because you got one on both sides. You got one on the right and you got one on the left. I'm going to send this around so you can look at this in real life. Just remember, it's kind of old and kind of fragile.